In most games, the first thing you see is the main menu. It already leaves a first impression on a player, so I'd highly recommend paying a lot of attention to it and just taking enough time. In this video I will tell you how to make an actually good main menu, and for that I wanted to split up the creation process into 3 categories: layout, visuals and feel. In layout we obviously arrange the buttons and interactables in a way that fits well. As you might have already guessed, in visuals you give the menu some pretty visuals, and last but definitely not least, in feel you just make the menu feel good. We will get into detail what feel actually is later in this video. Before we start with the first step, I just wanted to tell you who's talking here. I'm Daniel and I'm making a shoot 'em up roguelike game called Azor, and I'm also gonna use Azor's main menu as an example today. As said before, the first step or category is layout. The layout should fit the game and be simple as easy to understand. A menu where the button navigation is complicated is just not a good menu. In main menus I like to put the main buttons in the middle and make the player navigate between them vertically. I personally don't do it, but you can also use icons instead of text buttons. Next on the list we got visuals, and here most things just depend on your art style. As my game has a lot of color variation with dark lighting, you can see that I did exactly that in Azor's main menu. Besides the buttons and perhaps the logo, you can also add, for example, characters that mean a lot to your game in the background of your menu. I put the main villain, Zedos, in the background of Azor's menu, for instance. One thing you should always care about is the font. The default ones don't look too good, so finding one on Google Fonts, for example, and adding it to the game helps a lot to make it look good. You can also add different fonts to bring in some variation, but don't use too many. In Azor, for example, I have only 3 fonts all around the whole game. And now let's jump on to feel. Here we add sound effects, juicy animations, particles and all that good stuff. Besides this, you can also add elements into the background that somehow react to your actions, like eyes that look at your mouse cursor, for instance. And I think that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, I would highly appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. I also got a Discord server, which you can join by clicking the link in the description. See you next time, cheers.